Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome to the Tcbarterdotcom YouTube channel, where we talk about the green team and crypto and how we can benefit. So I like to start out the day looking at the Dow Jones. Oh, look, it's starting to go up a little bit. Maybe it's reached the bottom. Maybe. How about NASDAQ? Yep, starting to go up a little bit. That's good news. We don't like to buy when they're still going down. Maybe it'll go down some more. If it's going up, maybe it'll go up some more. Well, let's see. How about CoinGecko.com? Let's look at Bitcoin. Excuse me. Ethereum, Bitcoin are both heavy duty down for the week, but in the last hour, they've started up a little bit. There again, maybe we've hit the bottom. If the Dow and NASDAQ and Bitcoin and Ethereum are starting up, and yet we've been down for a while, to me, that says maybe we're in bargain territory and maybe the bottom has been reached. If we go to the smaller tokens that are listed on dexscreener.com and we go to Ethereum network, for example, and we hit the volume column and see what's doing the most volume over on the Ethereum network, we find Link. Very interesting. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Link seem to be where it's at on the Ethereum network. However, in our treasure hunt for which token to buy, some things that I like to think about are, first of all, yes, I want to see things starting to move up on Dow Jones. I want to see things starting to move up on NASDAQ. I want to see things starting to move up on CoinGecko. And when I get over here to the smaller tokens on, for example, Ethereum or the Pulsechain network, I also want to see things starting to move up. Yes, nice. Then the second thing that I look for is the liquidity. I want to pick something that has smaller liquidity that's also starting to move up, because with smaller liquidity, as you know, it's easier for it to go up. And why am I buying a token other than because I'm hoping and thinking that it might go up? So why don't I pick a token that has small liquidity, which makes it easier to make it go up? A rock thrown in the ocean makes no difference. A rock thrown at the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Link isn't going to make any difference, the amount that I can buy. But if I can find a token that has a smaller liquidity, then the amount that I buy can have a better effect on the price. Better yet, if I find a token that has small liquidity that's starting up, that has a green team behind it. Now we're talking. Okay, so which one of these crazy tokens out here have a green team behind it? Well, we're forming a green team. We're making a green team behind a particular token, and we have chosen to work on the Pulsechain network because the fees are lower. We're looking at Ethereum right now. If we switch over to the Pulsechain network where the fees are lower and we click on volume, oh, look at that. Bitcoin is the highest volume. Of course, it's Bitcoin that's riding. It started out on the Bitcoin network, then it got wrapped and it's started riding on the Ethereum network, and then that Bitcoin got what's the word, bridged over to the Pulsechain network because the fees are lower. So it's backed up the line somewhere by Bitcoin, and so the price is going to follow Bitcoin. And look, that's the highest volume right now on the Pulsechain network, which is interesting. And look, these 5 minute and 1 hour columns are heading up. So things are heading up right now, even though overall they've been way down, and they're still down until they get back up. So there again is a buy signal for me. Which one am I going to buy? I am going to probably buy the one that has a green team behind it. And which one is that? ETHTC. If we go to the watch list in Dex Screener, look at the pairs. Look at the pairs of ETHTC, which is the token that our green team has chosen. What's a green team? It's a green team. Excuse me. It's a group of people that pick a particular token, and in our case, it's a token that generally is up an average of 2% a day because we on the green team buy it when it's red, because we on the green team help to try and make it go up 2% a day. There's no guarantee of that. That's just our goal. But a green team is a group of people that have picked a particular token. The token we've picked is ETHTC on the Pulsechain. And that team helps to buy it when it's red. That helps to buy it when it's down to try and keep it at an average of 2% a day. Not necessarily every day. Some days down 10%, some days up 10%, but long-term average, the green team tries to keep it at an increase of an average of 2% a day. Another reason that we picked the ETHTC token is that if we go to Dex Screener and click on it and go over here and look at the description of it, we find out that it's a utility token. It's good for something. You can use it to buy, sell, and trade things. There's several websites. I apologize. There's several websites where you can buy, sell, trade with ETHTC. So besides the fact that it has a green team behind it, who's trying to make it go up 2% a day, it has low liquidity, which makes it easier to go up in price. And it's got several websites where you can buy, sell, trade with it. For example, this one, or if we go to this one, there's a whole list of them right here, places where you can use it to buy, sell, and trade, Tcbarterdotcom, tctrademart.com, and so on. So it's a utility token. It has a green team. It has limited liquidity. And let's look and see what happens if it reaches its goal of an average of 2% a day. For example, if a person buys $200 worth of ETHTC, which is this contract address right here, you can find the contract address by going to this chart, which is in the description of our channel, or much easier, just go to dexscreener.com and click on search for ETHTC. ETHTC. It stands for Ethereum Compatible Trade Credits. It started out on the Ethereum network and was bridged over to Pulsechain. And on Pulsechain, the advantage is that there's much lower fees and much lower cost. So it's easier to make the price go up. So we the green team are concentrating on ETHTC, Ethereum Compatible Trade Credits. The whole Pulsechain is Ethereum compatible, by the way, which means you can keep it in your MetaMask wallet. You can, you can trade with it on the Pulsechain network, and the Pulsechain network is compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine, so it's an Ethereum compatible trade credit. Useful utility, has low liquidity, has a green team behind it. So that's why we pick it. And if you decide to get involved in the green team and help support the ETHTC token, and if the green team is successful, each $200 that you put in, or $100 or whatever you put in, is going to double every 37 days if the green team is successful in maintaining that 2% a day average. And that's our goal. So $200 in today, 37 days from now, it's worth $400 if we reach our goal. And so what can you do with that $400? Well, you could take some of it and go spend it at any of those websites. Go buy some restaurant gift cards, go buy, auto repairs or whatever's being offered. If we go over here and look and see what we can buy with it, log in at Tcbarterdotcom, which is one of the websites where you can spend it, and click on restaurants. Look at all these restaurants where you can buy gift certificates from Tcbarterdotcom with your ETHTC, or if you want, you can trade your ETHTC at Tcbarter to get TC, which is just plain TC, and TC is not on the blockchain, therefore there's no gas fees, and it's a stable price. Sorry, I got to turn off my phone. It's a stable price. In other words, the advantage of ETHTC is that it goes up and down, and hopefully it's going to go up. Once you trade it at Tcbarter.com, it doesn't go up and down anymore, and there's no more gas fees. There's no more transaction fees because it's not on the blockchain. And you can trade that TC to get these restaurant gift cards so that when you go into, let's say, IHOP nationwide, you don't have to, explain TC to them. You just pull out your gift card, put it through the credit card machine, and it pays for your meal. So you buy the gift card ahead of time from Tcbarter.com, but you buy it with either TC, which is the stable tokens, which are always traded at $1, off the blockchain with no gas fees, or you can trade it with ETHTC directly to get these gift cards. And of course, then you're using the blockchain credits, and there is the normal Pulsechain gas fee, which is really small, 10 cents or whatever. So anyway, the point is that there's a usefulness to it. And the point is, if your $200 becomes 400, you could take 200 of that and go get restaurant meals, which in effect cost you nothing because it's your profit. Or if you leave that 200 in for a whole year and the green team's successful at averaging 2% a day, $200 changes into $270,000 portfolio value. But remember, we have limited liquidity. This isn't for you to go out and get $270,000 cash, because you can't, because there's limited liquidity. And you wouldn't want to be selling it anyway, because selling makes the rest of your portfolio go down in value that you didn't sell. So you want to be spending it. If you spend it, you're transferring from one account to another. You're transferring it from your account to the Tcbarter store, let's say, or you're transferring it to a dentist or to an auto repairman. You're spending it as a utility token. If you spend it with somebody, you're not selling it and you're not causing the price to go down. For example, let's say you've got a $10,000 portfolio. You sell $500 worth because you want some cash. Now your portfolio should be worth $9,500, right? But it's not, because by selling, it made the value of the other $9,500 worth that you didn't sell go down in value. So now your portfolio is maybe only worth $9,300, $9,200, or maybe even $9,000, depending on the liquidity. The liquidity is small on purpose to make it go up easily, but it also makes it go down easily if you start selling. So our encouragement to the Green Team members is to be loyal to the concept and don't ever sell it. Just go spend it. So this is not the money that you're going to use to raise money to buy a house. This is not the game that you're going to play to try and get rich, because what you're going to get is a bunch of gift cards, gift certificates, auto repairs, roofing services, dental work that cost you almost nothing. $200 after a year gives you $270,000 worth of whatever you can buy at these websites. Dental work, cars, gift cards, boat, vacation rental, whatever it is being offered at those websites. And by spending this $270,000 instead of selling it, you're maintaining the value of the rest of your tokens you didn't sell. You're maintaining the value of the tokens for all the other Green Team members. And, let's say you took out 2% a month at that point. That's $5,000 a month in effect, free meals and a free boat or a free car, whatever you buy with it, that only cost you $200 in the beginning. $200 after a year, if you're on the Green Team and the Green Team is successful, turns into $250,000 that you can go spend. Yeah, you can sell a little bit of it, and some people aren't very loyal to the program, and they might sell a chunk. We can't stop that. You can sell it if you want to, but our teaching is to not sell, but instead spend, and that's why sometimes it's down. Like today, it's down 10%. So the Green Team's going to have to get busy and buy it back up again if we want to maintain our 2% average. And of course, somebody is selling, and that's okay. They're allowed to, but we encourage you to spend instead of sell, which will make it easier for all of us to keep it going up an average of 2% a day. Okay, so that's how it works. How do I get into this game anyway? Well, you've got to get some Ethereum to start with. So go to Coinbase or Kraken or go to metamask.io. If you go to metamask.io and download the MetaMask wallet, you can buy Ethereum directly in the MetaMask wallet. And let me see if we got to open up a MetaMask here, go to the Ethereum network, and we can click on buy, and we can buy some Ethereum. Once we have some Ethereum on the Ethereum network, then we go to pulsechain.com, and at pulsechain.com, you'll find the information that you need to add the Pulsechain network to your MetaMask wallet as an option, so that you'll have the option of the Ethereum network, you'll have the option of the Pulsechain network, and now that Ethereum that you bought, that you have in your MetaMask wallet, that you either transferred in from Coinbase or Kraken, or you bought it directly in MetaMask with your credit card or debit card. Now you've got some Ethereum that's on the Ethereum network. You need to get it over to the Pulsechain network if you want to play our Green Team game. So that means you go to pulsechain.com and you click on this word up here at the top that says bridge, and it takes you to here, and you hit this white button, and now you have your wallet connected. You connect your wallet. It shows how much Ethereum you have in your wallet, and you click this max button to transfer it, but then hold back about 10% of it. So change it. If your max has 10 in there, change it to 9. So hold back about 10% of your Ethereum to use for gas fees. And the rest of it, 90% of it, you can bridge over to Pulsechain. When you get to Pulsechain, you're going to have some WETH. It starts out as Ethereum when it's on the Ethereum network. When you bridge it over to the Pulsechain network, now it's called wrapped Ethereum, WETH, because it's backed with Ethereum. It's Ethereum from the Ethereum network riding on Pulsechain. So it's Ethereum from Ethereum riding on Pulsechain. That's WETH. And that's what you use to buy the Green Team token if you wish. And where do you buy it? You go to Piteous.io. I like to pronounce it Piteous.io so I can remember it. Hideous Piteous. app.piteas.io. And then you can use your wrapped Ethereum that you've got. Here's some wrapped Ethereum in this demonstration wallet. And if you want to get ETHTC, you got to go get the contract address. You either get that off of our tracking sheet or you get it from Deck Screener. Just click on ETHTC and then go down here where it says pair. Don't get that one. Get the one right below it that says ETHTC. Make sure you get the one that ends in 7AC8. And you copy that with this little copy button, and you come over here to Piteous, and you put it in here as oh, I didn't copy it. Oh, sorry. Over here and copy it. Copy that. Get over here to Piteous, put it in here, and it'll find it for you, and it'll bring it up so you can buy some. So we've got wrapped Ethereum we're going to buy it with. We're going to get some ETHTC. But wait a minute. Maybe I want to shop around and see if this is the best deal on it. So there's another website you can use, which is called 9x.9mm.pro. Just Google search for 9mm and then get to the pro one. Or we'll put this in the description of the channel in the future. But anyway, if you get to 9x.9mm.pro, you can do the same thing over here. You can see how much they're going to charge, because these are websites that shop around for you and find the best deal, because there's lots of different exchanges, lots of different pairs. Let's connect this wallet. Lots of different exchanges, lots of different pairs where you can buy ETHTC if you want to be on the green team. So let's see if we're gonna let's try out. Let's see, 0.05, $73 worth. We'll go a little higher. 0.059. What is that? $87. How about 0.06? Oops, I did 0.006. 0.06. Okay, here's $88 worth of wrapped Ethereum. So this website, Piteous, is shopping around looking at all the different ways that you can buy ETHTC, trying to find the best deal. And it found that for $88, I can get 21 million of them. But if I go to this website, 9mm, and try the same thing, what I put in, 0.06 of an Ethereum. And how much is it finding for me? It says it's finding the best price. It's searching all around. These are okay, so it found 21,711. This one found 21,705. So 9mm better. They found me a better deal. So I can click swap and confirm swap and confirm. Transaction submitted. It says pending up here, so it'll take a bit for it to go do the transaction for me. And sooner or later, this will show up over here on our watch list in the 5-minute column, because it'll show that somebody's buying and causing it to go up. And it might show up in any one of these pairs, because remember, it's shopping around to find the best deal. See how these prices are a little bit different, 4030, 4067, and so on. So it's going to shop around among all those and find me the best deal. And then it'll show up here eventually in the 5-minute column. It takes a little while for it to update. It doesn't update every second. There we go. It says the swap occurred. So sooner or later, it'll show up here in the 5-minute column. I like to do 2 transactions at once, because I've found that it kind of helps the price a little bit better if there's two transactions one after another. So I'm gonna raise this and buy a little bit more, maybe another $30 worth. So I forgot how much did we buy on the last one. We bought about, forgot what it was. Anyway, so we're going to be around $100 in it, let's say. So we'll go to the tracking sheet. We'll put in $100. What's this $100 going to do for me? Okay, well, if I wait 37 days, I've got $200. I could take out 100 of it by spending it and still have my original 100. And I got $100 worth of restaurant meals or dental work or eyeglasses or tree trimming or auto repairs basically for free as my profit. Or I can leave it in longer. After 6 months, that $100, if it averages 2% a day, if the green team's successful, I've got $3,500 I can spend. I could go out and buy an old boat or something that only cost me $100 in the beginning. If I wait a year, I've got $135,000 that I can spend. I'm not going to try and sell it personally because I don't want to hurt the price. I don't want to hurt the price of my other tokens that I didn't sell. I'd rather just go spend it. So this is not money that you're going to try and get rich on. This is not money you're going to try and pay your mortgage with. We need to have a job first. We need to have a little bit of savings. We need to have a balanced budget so we're not going in the hole with credit cards. Preferably, we're buying a little bit of real estate, buying a house or something, because that's long-term wealth. Maybe we have some Bitcoin already too. But now we've got an extra $100 or two or three or four that we can have some fun with that we're going to spend eventually, not try and sell, in my opinion. So let's say that eventually we get $800 in here. We buy $50 worth, $100 worth now and then. Eventually have $800 in here. We leave it for a year. That's $1 million worth of spending value, not selling value, spending value. And we could spend, let's say, 2% of that a month and still never touch our $1 million. Even if the token is only going up 2% a month at that time, $20,000 a month in free spending, basically. And still we keep our $1 million portfolio. That'd pay for vacations for life. Vacations, used car, boat, restaurant meals, fun. This is our fun stuff. This is our fun green team program. Wow, that's pretty cool. $800 can become $1 million worth of spendable value. Yeah, okay, you could sell some of it and you could drive the price down a little bit, but be nice, try and spend it instead of selling it, would you? That's the way it works. So where was I? Where was I? Let's see. Oh, I was buying over here. So how did we do? We're going to buy a little bit more, right? So we're going to buy another $29 worth. Let's compare $29 worth over here, and see who's going to find us the best price. Pitius.io or 9x.9mm.pro. What does this one find? 7.190, 7.2. Oh, this time Pitius is better. Pitius beats it today. So we're going to connect wallet and get it through Pitius this time. I don't know why they're ahead this time, but where they looked, they found a better deal. So we'll take it, get a little more. So now we spent about $100, and we talked about what that means a year from now if it averages 2% a day. No guarantee of that, but we're working at it. I might have an extra $135,000 to spend next year, or I could do it in 37 days and I've got an extra $100 to spend that kind of came to me sort of for free. So let's see, did the transaction get done? Looks like it did. And we go over here to Deck Screener. What do you know? The 5-minute price is starting up. Why? Because our little bit of $100 worth of buying in a low liquidity token that has a green team behind it, that's useful, that you can buy and sell with. My goodness, you mean $100 helped it go up 2%? My goodness, my goodness. That was easy. I couldn't make Bitcoin. Uh-oh, somebody's selling a little bit. It's not quite up as much. There's traders out there that, buy and sell and, try and make a little bit of a profit. But the green team overcomes in the long run. Look, over in the last 6 hours, we're up 4%. So wait some more hours, and pretty soon that 4% will be in the 24-hour column. So that's our goal. Help it average 2% a day. And we invite you to join us. Don't put your mortgage money in there. Don't put your food money in there. Put your fun money in there. what are we going to go buy with it once it goes up? Oh, let me see. All these different restaurants. That's pretty fun. What about bowling? Yep, here's bowling. Here's movies, snacks, drinks, Uber Eats, DoorDash, off-Broadway theater, Top Golf. Go play golf, pays for your golfing and your food. And there's a market here. There's like 2,500 advertisers in here that are willing to accept ETHTC or TC. You can get either one with your ETHTC. It's just that the ETHTC is on the blockchain. It has blockchain fees and it goes up in value. If you trade it straight across to get TC based on the DEX screener or the CoinGecko value, now it's not going up and down. It's at $1 trade value, and there's no blockchain fees because it's not on the blockchain. If you want to get some TCs, there's 4 ways to do it. You can either buy them with your ETHTC or other cryptocurrency, or you can earn them. You can place a free ad on here and advertise your restaurant, advertise your vacation rentals, vehicles, real estate, your professional services, dental work, eyeglasses, auto repairs, roofing, whatever. So you can earn them, you can buy them, or you can earn them by putting things on consignment in the TC store, or you can get them for free by referring your friends to Tcbarterdotcom. Tcbarterdotcom is where you get to spend your ETHTC after it goes up in value. Pretty cool. If you refer a friend, you get 10 TCs each if they put in a verified listing with a verified email address. Over here at TC Barter, you can learn about the green team. We talked about it. The goal is 2% a day on Pulsechain, and if successful, $800 could turn into $1 million portfolio value in 1 year. No guarantees, just a fun goal for us all. See your 2% growth potential at this chart, which is the chart we've just been looking at. So that's pretty cool. Look at this, people, 2,619 right now. It was 2,500 a few days ago, I think. And there's other websites you can go to. There's also tctrademark.com. Let's see, tctrademark.com. 2,598 people here showing their haves and wants. And most of them want TC or ETHTC. And they're in several countries. Pretty cool. Well, that's my show for the day. Any questions out there from the audience, Harris and Lon? If you want to be on the show and talk about your business, maybe you do auto repairs and you'd like to earn some TCs, we'll put you on the show and let you talk about it. If you, yeah.
Right. And if they're watching on YouTube, I'm also monitoring the comment box if they have any question.
Oh, good. Okay, excellent. We've got on the YouTube channel, you'll see we have Twitter and Telegram and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you for coming, and we encourage you to join the green team, not with your rent money, just with your fun money. When it becomes worth $250,000, don't be thinking you're going to get $250,000 cash. You're going to go out and spend it. You can get some cash. You can get your original investment back by selling a little, but please be cooperative and be patriotic to the green team and learn how to spend it rather than selling it. We don't want it to go down. We want it to stay stable and go up. Yay, yay. We'll see you tomorrow. We're here a little after 8 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Time every day, and we'll see you tomorrow.